So I just want to tell you that it is okay to feel overwhelmed. I spent years in that state of feeling overwhelmed, feeling like I just wasn't doing enough to get people to come and buy the thing that I was selling. And I thought that if I just put more work in and if I just put my head down and worked harder, that would be the ticket. That would be exactly what I needed to bring in more customers.
Welcome to Get Found Online, a resource for coaches, consultants, and course creators looking to connect their unique message to the people who need them most. If you are tired of the social media struggle and looking for practical, realistic content marketing strategy and tips for real business owners, this is your place. I'm Sarah Grace, a mom, wife, and Jesus follower. I'm also a course creator. I discovered a love of digital community building and video marketing while building an online business teaching cookie decorating skills. Now I teach other business owners how to utilize keyword strategy and video to reach and serve their customers. Head to foundcontentconsulting.com for more.
Hey y'all, welcome. Today we are talking about how to get found online and how to build online community as you are getting found online. So, I know that's a very broad topic and it's kind of confusing to think about all the different ways that someone can actually find your content and find what you do online, especially as an online business owner. So, I just want to tell you that it is okay to feel overwhelmed. I spent years in that state of feeling overwhelmed, feeling like I just wasn't doing enough to get people to come and buy the thing that I was selling. And I thought that if I just put more work in and if I just put my head down and worked harder, that would be the ticket. That would be exactly what I needed to bring in more customers, to get more eyeballs on what I was trying to focus on building. But if any of you are mamas, wives, like just people with busy lives, you know that putting more time into your marketing efforts is a lot easier said than done. And it leads to burnout really, really quickly. So that is exactly what happened to me. I burned out over and over and over again, and I would search for a new strategy to keep me from burning out so fast. And it was just like this constant cycle of I would try and use social media to get found online, and I would have a small trickle of people to come in. So when I say social media, I mean things like Facebook, Instagram, that kind of thing. I would post pictures, I would talk about the picture, I would do a caption, and I was scheduling posts. This was back in the day of Instagram where photos were the thing. This was before very much video content was out there. But I would just post every single day, and I spent so much time scheduling posts and figuring out hashtag strategy. And what I learned is that social media is a volume game. It is all about more, more, more. And for me, as a mom and a wife, I have 2 young kids. You can probably hear them playing in the room next door. 5-year-old twins. Now they're 5. But when I was building my online business as a cookie decorator, teaching cookie decorating classes, they were very little. I started building that business when they were around 2. And then continued through until just here recently, when they were around 4 and 5. They were turning 4 as I kind of wound down the cookie content. But I focused so much on that social media, and I thought, well, I can't do this. I can't spend all this time on this because I still have to deliver on the cookies that I'm trying to sell people. I still have to make the product that I'm selling. I have to serve the clients that are coming into this. There's no time for this level of marketing and posting in addition to actually running my business. So I just felt very like discouraged and felt like, well, maybe running a business isn't for me. Maybe I should just, I know y'all probably felt this before, maybe I should just go find me a little part-time job and not try to run a business. Maybe I should just give up on this whole business dream. But I'm here to tell you that that is not the case. There is a different way to market your online business, and it does not involve sitting behind the computer for hours and hours and hours banging your head against the wall. So the method that I'm going to tell you about today is all about how to get found online and how to get found using searchable content. So when I say searchable content, I'm talking about things that can be found on search platforms like Google, YouTube, Pinterest, and even TikTok. TikTok is a search platform, y'all. Isn't that cool? TikTok is actually outranking Google now as one of the most searched platforms. So that's pretty cool. But your focus as an online business owner should be, in my opinion, to find the people who need you, to find the customers who you are trying to reach, and to help them find you. And the way that we do that is through SEO strategy, search engine optimization strategy. And I specialize in YouTube search engine optimization strategy. I love to get in there and look for keywords and figure out how to optimize your titles and your everything that's involved with your video for YouTube specifically. But this strategy can apply to how to be found on Google as well. So on Google specifically, you want some kind, well, and with any search engine kind of research that I'm talking about. So to get found on Google, to get found on YouTube, to get found in any kind of searchable content, you need to do keyword research. And keyword research is essentially trying to figure out which keywords match the customer and the person that you are trying to reach, what they are searching for, and how many people are searching it, how they're phrasing it, and how you can rank for that term. So when I say rank, I mean when you go to Google and you search royal icing cookie decorating, I want my face to come up on that very first page of Google, or my video or a blog that I've done, something that directs people into the world I've created around royal icing sugar cookie decorating. Whatever niche you're in, whatever topic you are talking about, you want your content hopefully to come up to the top of search results. Well, the way that you do that is with keyword research. It's with using a tool like Keywords Everywhere. I think there's one called SEMrush. There are lots of tools you can use. My personal favorite is Keywords Everywhere. But you do that by figuring out what people are searching for. And after you figure out what those keywords are, then you can figure out which ones you want to try and rank for. Now, this is where it gets a little bit strategic, where there's some thought involved. And this is why I love this, because instead of playing a quick game of checkers, this is where you start playing chess with your online content. Yes, it takes some forethought to play chess, but it's good because searchable content is something that people can keep coming back to, and it can keep driving people to your business over and over and over again. I made videos 3 years ago that still get 600 and 700 views per month and more. I have a video on TikTok right now about cookie decorating that I made last year before last sometime. I did some forethought beforehand. I did some research on what people were searching for around cookie decorating. And now that video has gotten like 20,000 views on TikTok, and I still get notifications saying someone followed you, someone found your profile. It still drives people to my website. It still drives traffic to my email list and my freebies, because I mentioned the freebie and people end up signing up for my email list, signing up for my free classes. It is without me having to put in additional effort. Here's the thing about social media. Hey Sharon, thanks for watching. Here's the thing about social media and searchable content when you're comparing the two. Social media lasts for a little bit. It's like those annual flowers. I know I talked about this in Cassie's group when I was visiting there a couple weeks ago. We talked about how social media is like those annual flowers. You plant them, they're beautiful for a little bit, and then they're gone and you have to buy them again next year. That's like social media. You have to keep posting to keep bringing people back. And with searchable content, consistency is important, but if you have really good keyword strategy, it's more important to have really good quality content, and that will bring people in through search over and over and over again. They're like perennial plants that you plant once and they bloom every year. So it's kind of like investing in content that's going to continue bringing in leads. And like I said a while ago, to create that searchable content, we need keyword research, we need a keyword research tool, and we need to use some keyword strategy by finding keywords that we are likely to be able to rank for. So as a new creator getting started with cookie decorating, I knew I wasn't going to be the first video that popped up when someone searched Christmas cookie decorating videos. That's a really big, broad search term that a lot of people were searching for, and a lot of bigger creators had made videos around. So for example, Sweet Ams was one of the creators who was kind of making cookie decorating content when I got started, and still is. She's an excellent creator. And I didn't want to be competing against her in keyword rankings because she has so many views and so many subscribers, right? So with keyword strategy, your goal is to kind of pick who you're running against. If you're in a race and you get to decide who you're running against, if you want to run against an Olympian or if you want to run against someone like myself who doesn't run unless they're being chased, then you're going to want to probably, in order to win, you're going to want to pick me as an opponent because I don't like to run unless I'm being made to. So you want to pick keywords that are being searched enough that they have people looking for them, but not so much that they're saturated with a ton of people making content around that. You want to find the sweet spot where your content is meeting people exactly where they need to be. It is a kind of underserved area. And it's just like business. You're just solving a problem. You're just finding a place in the market where there's not a solution yet, or maybe there is a solution, but it isn't quite the solution that your customer needs. Or maybe there is a solution, but you can offer a solution in a way that is shinier or newer. YouTube especially, and Google does too, but YouTube especially really favors new content. So when you go and search a keyword term and there are videos from 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 6 months ago, you can make a new video and it will make you more likely to get to the top of the page. Now, if you want to learn more about this keyword strategy that I'm talking about and exactly how to do that tactically, you can go over to the guides section here in the Get Found Online Facebook group and see my entire free course on YouTube 101. But that is the basics of what we're talking about today. We want to focus on that searchable content that is going to get you found easier and more quickly. Now, I personally prefer video content just because with video, it's like a fast track to building relationships. You know, you can read a blog and kind of get some personality from that blog. You can kind of understand where that writer's coming from through their writing. You can do that with a podcast too, but with video, you're seeing someone's face, you're listening to their voice, you're practically in their home with them. I mean, you're seeing my shelf behind me that has like my little Bible and my basket and stuff. Like, you feel like you're in the room with that person, and it builds that relationship faster. Seeing their face, hearing their voice, it builds that know, like, and trust factor very quickly. And when you're trying to figure out how to find customers, building that know, like, and trust factor is so important. So, I mean, think about the people that you have bought from previously. You believed that they could solve your problem. You trusted them as a person. Well, I mean, I'm not talking about going to Walmart and buying like a shirt off the rack. We're not believing in Walmart as a person, but like maybe a business coach that you worked with or someone who you bought something from, person to person. It has been probably a relationship-based transaction. You knew of that person or knew them personally, talked to them before, and with video, you can help people get to that point with you a lot faster because they're seeing your face, they're hearing your voice, they're understanding where you're coming from, and this will allow you to be able to solve their problem for them and to help them. So that's a good thing always in business, right? Now, when you're trying to find customers for a service specifically, and I know a lot of us are in service-based business here, it's even more important to create those genuine relationships and community. So video does that. Video helps you create relationships by having these conversations through the screen. I mean, I know you probably have video creators that you watch that you feel like you know. I know I certainly do. When I tune into TikTok or YouTube, I'm watching people trying to kind of learn something new, learn a skill, learn a method, but I end up feeling like I have a friend with some creators that I watch. I end up feeling like, oh, that's someone I can relate to. She gets it. I should watch more of her stuff. Building an online community as well, building these relationships, building an online community is going to give people an opportunity to share with others how you've helped them. And it's going to give them an opportunity to refer you to others and to feel like they are not the only ones who need this problem solved. This is a problem that lots of people need solved, and Sharon is the lady to call to help get it solved, or Carrie is the lady to call to help get this specific problem solved.